Welcome, witches and warlocks, dice and ghouls, to session 4, part 1 of C49 Blood Ties. You have just left Hoof's Rest, and I think it's only fitting, leaving this place, that we check in with Guren and begins with a T. I'm not finding it.
Told
Tolas. For some reason, my brain kept saying Talos, but I'm like, no, that's not right. Something's wrong here. Tolas and Guren. How
Mm-hmm.
how how we doing?
Gooden is trying to cheer up Tolas as she is not in a great mood after everything that has happened today. You know, the massive army reveal, the codex that was there in front of them this entire time and they didn't find it. And yeah, it's not fun. But hopefully, a good night's sleep will make tomorrow seem better.
Indubitably. And yeah, you find that not much of a surprise anymore, having spent as much time here in Vangergroff as you have. The gates are still wide open of the city. The watch is still watching. Though at this hour, you notice that many of the people on watch, their eyes are glowing in some manner underneath their visors. Rudvold, how do you feel approaching this?
What's up? How do I feel?
Or how do you look? How do you act? What do you do? What's going on?
Rune Hale does not like the idea of this army being so close to them at any given point. A lot of authority figures, a lot of death. Um, Bad for business, it's bad for life. So I think, the grip on their reins are tight. They're keeping their head on a swivel. Quieter than usual, I think.
Good
But
stuff.
yeah, mainly keeping an eye out for anything out of place, anything amiss, anything that would tell us danger now, must react quickly. But
Mm.
only
Make
the
a make a perception check.
one. 7.
7. You look around and you just don't see anything.
Yeah, they Rune was never very good at keeping watch.
Oh, wait, should I make a perception check?
Would Tolas and or Gurren be actively keeping watch?
Uh, Tolas would be.
Okay, then Tolas can roll.
Sight based?
I guess it could be.
Alright. That is a.
22.
Yeah, good old 22.
22. Cool, cool, cool. Cool, cool. So, as you pass through the gates, you almost immediately ping someone who takes long looks at you and everyone you just entered this settlement with. Looks like they were sizing you up, measuring you up, examining you, and taking stock of you, something. But they were staring at you for a real long time.
Hmm.
Would Cal be keeping watch?
Uh,
Should Cal
y-
roll?
yeah, I think he would. I think he's looking more though at the army trying to. I think it's more about him trying to figure out what exactly they're up to here, because this is a lot for people.
So,
So I don't know if it would be straight perception or if it would be tactics or something
okay,
else.
so hold on. So I think there's some confusion. The Imperial settlement here
Oh,
isn't where the army is located.
oh, okay.
I think it was just a
These are
lot of
like,
people with red eyes, right? Or
or
glowing
well,
eyes.
some red, some yellow, some glowing various other colors.
Hmm. Then I guess then he would be looking more to see if there are Imperial agents here and what they might be up to. I think that's what he would be looking for then.
No check required. You see the guards. They're in gambesons and have helmets, and they have spears.
But nothing out of the ordinary.
Uh, no, not really. Not unless you'd call ghouls and vampires out of the ordinary for Vengergroff.
Oh god, it's so weird. Never seen those before anywhere.
I know. Strange. Foreign creatures.
Who let them out?
I know. God. Uh, do make that perception check though.
Okay.
We'll see if you spot anything else.
No, I don't. That's a 6.
A 6. There's just so many civilians.
So many civilians.
Should make a business here as quick as possible. Just move on through.
We
Need to be-
need to stay somewhere tonight unless you want to camp outside, right?
Right, you people sleep.
Well, we could always camp outside.
That works for me. I don't have need of a bedroll, but
I have my stuff with me. And, well, more, I have 2 people's worth of stuff with us.
right. What do you think, big guy? Are we camping in the woods or trying to find a place here to stay?
Hmm. Well, I would say probably find a place to stay, because if we're looking for gossip and people, a tavern would be the best place to go anyway, and in.
True.
We do need to find someone, a tiefling named Safrina.
So
Fair enough.
having a place in the city for the night probably would make the most sense.
Yes, we...
Alright, fine. We should do as few rooms as possible, though, and watch your necks.
I agree.
So I suppose we should start by looking for a tavern then. Or an inn.
Yeah, let's
Oh.
look around, baby.
Follow the scent of piss and stale beer.
Speaking of the scent of piss and stale beer, tell me the name of this inn, Mike.
Oh, this is the,
I'll be right back
the
again.
the Slippery Gullet. or the no, it can't be this. It's the foaming yellow belly.
The foaming yellow belly. Okay.
Sounds hot.
Awesome. That's the foaming yellow belly.
The
Awesome. Cool.
yeah, and on the sign there's like this terrified guy with like beer being poured into his mouth.
Awesome. TJ, carry on the description. What's this place look like?
So the outside is painted. It looks like it might have been bright yellow once, but over the years, caked with mud, it is now much closer to a dull brown. The door, the door is wood and is rotting in places. And the windows are smashed with 4 panes of glass between 5 windows.
Nice.
Back.
Okay, so who wants to repeat all of that for Tell?
I could do with Cliff Notes.
I mean, we have the recording. So the cliff notes are dirty, caked in mud.
Disgusting place to
yeah.
stay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The foaming yellow belly, baby.
This is terrible.
Ah,
But
Luckily,
probably also cheap.
whatever room we get will be clean.
huh, doubtful, but hey.
I will make it clean.
Well, at least it should be cheap.
Works for me. Cheap is my love language, personally.
Yes.
Is my love language. Awesome. Cool. So you walk in, tell me, what does the bartender look like?
Oh, they are the shortest human any of us have ever seen.
Sweet.
Oh,
They have a kind
Okay.
of squished face, a high brow, and bright red hair.
Oh, do they? Cool. Yeah. Yeah, they're wearing a green sort of outfit, and it looks like underneath their shirt, which is the top few buttons are open on the shirt, their belly is actually painted yellow.
theming. I love it.
What?
Dedication.
Yes, dedication
And
indeed.
in this place, there are a few people, if you will just bear with me for just a moment.
Babe, are you on the porch?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna come down there for a minute.
Dear God, no. No. Uh, no.
I'm gonna pause for a second.
At the bar is this individual.
Ooh, bunny.
And over in a corner having a conversation, a hushed conversation, is these two.
Wonder who those could be.
Ooh. Yeah, I think we should split up for now. Keep an eye on each other to start talking people up. Who's gonna deal with the room situation?
I can handle getting the room.
Alright.
That
Oh.
works.
In that case, I'm gonna slip into the background to see what I can pick up. Kelly, you're good at making conversation, right?
More or less. Also, I'm not exactly one who can hide.
Exactly. So, I'll stick to the shadows. You chat people up. Or do whatever you do best.
Well, I suppose. Let's go up to sit at the bar. I'm sure someone will come talk to me. Someone will come talk to the 12-foot tall minotaur sitting at the bar.
Hard not to notice as you
Yeah.
crawl through the doorway.
You know, someone does come talk to you when you walk up to the bar. It's a short little person behind the counter, and they go, I get you.
What's the biggest size ale that you have?
Biggest size. You know what? Does
Yep.
some sort of mental math. How much you paying?
Feel like that's not usually how this goes.
Yeah, but not everybody's 12 feet tall.
That's fair. I guess the question would be, what are you offering? Can't name a price if I don't know what I'm getting.
I've got a keg back there that's like a quarter left. What do you think? Like 5 silver?
Sure, why not? And yeah, I'll hand him 5 silver.
Takes it, bites one of them, puts them in his pocket, and then emerges from the back with it with this intricate strap setup that allows him to carry it.
Oh, yeah, that's not going to gather any attention at all. Just drinking from an entire cake.
And hey, it's only a quarter left.
But still, either way, it's fine. Oh, the life
You
of a
said you
giant.
wanted a big drink. There you go.
Hey, the life of a giant.
Careful, it's hot. Got it?
Ugh.
Use your spoon and your napkins.
So I think Cal will take the keg. I'm probably going to put it on the floor because it's probably going to cause a lot of problems if I just put a whole keg on the bar.
Take up like a spot.
Do that
of
after.
Well, I mean, it's a keg. It's not like
Depends on how
Okay.
cramped the bar is.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I mean, it's not gonna break it, is what I mean.
not gonna
Yeah, I mean,
break it, but it's definitely gonna be obnoxious if there are a lot of people around.
even if there's not a lot of people around, like it's still kind of just.
Yeah, the true.
Yeah, at this time, yeah, there are better places to be at this hour for most people who live here.
I mean, to be fair, there's probably better places for people who don't live here too.
You're
But that
probably
doesn't stop
right.
us. That hasn't stopped us before, and it won't stop us this time.
So yeah,
So,
yeah. I mean, as I said, there are the people that you saw, and there's the bartender. But
well,
so you're
the
at the bar. The rabbit person turns their head, and looks at you.
how you doing?
I've been better, but I've been worse. You're freaking huge.
Uh, you know, that may be the first time I've ever heard that.
I know I'm terribly original, aren't
Oh, yeah, no one's ever commented on my height before.
I? Hmm. Wh- uh,
I was starting to think maybe everyone else was the freak.
yes, to be a normal sized person in a world full of short.
Exactly.
Although, that's a funny thought.
You'll have to share.
Well, giants are pretty ancient.
They are.
And mortal races,
Less
things
so.
our size, are pretty new by comparison. So, stands to reason there might have been a midpoint where people were more your size.
Hmm. I mean, there still are groups of people who are more my size.
True.
But still, just weird thoughts. In fact, there was a time when I would have been considered short.
Where?
Well, back when before mortal races were, and it was just giants. I,
Well, yeah.
yeah, for someone of my size, that is kind of a scurry to think about.
Yeah. Yes, it just if you were to go to the realm of the giants, you would be like one of the small. Might even be the smallest thing there.
Maybe I'll have to take a trip just to see what
That's
it's like.
that's a dangerous adventure, friend.
Eh, Everything's dangerous. It's just a matter of is it worth the risk?
I suppose that's true. I question whether or not willingly entering that realm is worth the risk.
Well, I can't give an answer because I've never been. So, oh. The name's
Hmm.
Cal, by the way. What's yours?
Ren.
Ren.
My name is Ren. Nice to meet you, Cal.
Nice to meet you. Oh,
So, not a slight on your company or anything, but what brings you to this shithole?
some companions and I had some business in Hoof's Rest, and we're making our way back to. Why am I blanking on the name of our hometown?
Storm's End.
Or, and we're making our way back to Storm's End, and we needed a place to stay for the night.
But I said, "Oh, you're from the Covens.
We are.
Cool, cool, cool. Yeah, I do work for the Covens sometimes.
Anything in
I'm a
particular?
courier.
Ah, that must be interesting
Yeah,
work.
yeah. Go ahead and laugh. Not beating the stereotype. Ha ha ha.
Oh, I mean, that sounds like interesting work. You get to go to interesting places, meet interesting people.
Oh yeah, I've been all over the place. Even been to Scapland a couple of times.
Wow. See, your whole life is an adventure.
I guess. Though, adventuring, there's a lot of violence implied with that. And usually, if I see something scary, I just start running.
Hmm. That only works so long, though. Eventually, something might
It,
catch up.
it's worked for me so far.
Well, then I guess you should count yourself lucky. But,
I do, in fact, count myself lucky that I have both of my feet.
oh. Anyways, I was looking for someone in town. Safrina, right? Was that it?
Yeah, Zephrina. Yeah, she's a bar hopper here in town. She'll probably make her way here at some point tonight once the classier places start refusing to serve her.
Oh. And how late does that usually take?
Oh,
Is she
if
the
you're
type of...
planning to wait, you're in for a long night, friend.
Any suggestions for a place where I might be able to find her then?
Eh, At this hour, there's a few different places she could be. You know what you should try? The first one you should try anyway, because it's the closest to here, is Umberwood Inn.
Umberwood Inn. Thanks for the advice.
Yeah.
Oh. Here, you can have some of my keg if you'd like.
Walks like hops over, puts their cup under the thing, and opens it up. Refills their cup, closes it, offers it cheers, sits back down.
uh, yeah, anything then from there it'll just be small talk. So if someone else wants to have a little scene.
Well, I think Tolis was going to try to see how much a room at this godforsaken place was.
Cheap, cheap. There's only two rooms that are open at the moment, but they're like 3 copper apiece.
As long as they have a floor, I guess we could do those.
They have what?
As long as they have a floor, we could probably do those.
Yeah.
Actually, no, we're getting the only rooms in the joint that don't have floors.
You have
It's
to
the
jump to the bed.
anti-Pathfinder room. There are no floors here.
You have to hang yourself on the wall.
The rulebook didn't tell us how to describe them, so no floors.
Yeah, so Tolas is going to one of us isn't sleeping. Oh god, how big is the room? Did they say that?
The rooms are like, I don't know, 15 by 15.
It's
Not huge.
so Cal probably needs his own room.
Yeah, I
Actually, hold
think
on. No, sorry. More like 25 by 25, I think.
no, no way they'd be 25 by 25. I
Yeah,
do
that's
believe Cal needs his own
So,
room.
yeah, that's 25 by 25. That's pretty big.
That's like a
we'll go,
building on its own.
we'll go, we'll go 20 by 20.
Man, how fucking big is this room? God damn. But alright, yeah, Tolas will get that room. Party time, I guess.
Actually, it probably makes sense. They probably have a room set aside. They
For
probably have a
massive.
big room for big people. Yeah,
Yeah.
for Morians and other large creatures.
Yeah, Tolas is going to order, or, well, reserve that room, and then she's gonna go check it out. How
Yeah,
disgusting is it?
it's not as bad as you thought as you were expecting, but it is not up to your standard of cleanliness.
Alright, well, time to open the window, stick a hand out, and cast housework on this room.
Nice.
Because Tolas is not staying in here if it is less than at least clean. D20 plus 7, I think. Yes, plus 7. Yes! The housework goes off. And so, all of the dust and filth within this room is compressed into a ball right next to Tolas's hand, which immediately falls out the window. And I imagine this is like a soccer ball-sized ball with this room.
This is like a basketball.
Let's go! It probably falls on some dude, but who cares?
You hear after it drops, you hear someone go, "My leg."
Yeah, Tolas will check. I'm assuming this room just has the one bed, so she's gonna have to use
I made it something, by the way.
the bedroll stuff for her and Gooden. That's fine. Cal can have the bed, and then yeah, she's gonna go back out and tell the others that a room has been procured. It was 6 copper, right?
Yep.
Ouch. All right. All right. We have a room. It's large enough for Cal to sleep in the bed, but the rest of us will likely need to use the floor.
Incredible.
Alright, that's fine with me. I don't imagine I'll be sleeping much anyway.
I have my
Sounds-
stuff for camping, so the floor will be fine.
Meanwhile, I was able to find a lead on where we might find Zafrina.
Oh,
The Underwood Inn. Lumberwood Inn.
Alright.
odd. Is that somehow related to the Underwood Alehouse?
Maybe maybe it's a franchise location.
Strange. But let us go then. Better to find them tonight than to never find them.
Yeah,
If we can't find them there, I was told eventually they'll make their way here.
fair enough. Backtracking a little bit, DM, when those two were doing those two things,
Mm-hmm.
Rune would have gone and tried to find a seat near the two who were talking. Kind of like put his sword, like lean it up against the table, get kind of comfortable, pull out or really it's more of a journal, and starts drawing something in his journal while trying to listen in sneakily to the conversation that was being had.
Cool. So for starts, make a stealth check.
Ooh, Isker's favor to reroll that. Nat 20.
Very nice. Very nice.
Positive modifier.
Now, make a perception check.
Yeah, see, that one I'm less confident about.
That one is the easier one, I promise you.
Isker's favor again.
Oh no.
Just
12.
drop resources.
Okay. 12. 12. Right. So you seem to jump in middle of a conversation between the two of them where one of them is talking about their friend Maple and some wacky misadventure they got up to. It seems mostly just sort of like gossip stuff.
Cool. And fast forwarding to now then. Alright, Ale House it is.
The inn, not the alehouse.
It's the same thing, really, mate. It just depends on your branding. Trust me.
I would love for you to go tell the owner that. See what they
Trust me.
say. I can guarantee you'll find at least one person who will punch you in the face for that comment.
They'll try, mate. They'll try.
All right, so y'all head out.
Yes.
To that Umberwood Tavern.
Umberwood Inn.
In.
A very
Yeah.
important distinction.
So you approach this place, and it is different. It does not look like the Umberwood Ale House, but there are design consistencies and color patterns that are suspicious.
Hmm.
This place seems a little familiar.
What I tell you. It's all just a matter of branding.
Let's check that.
Yeah, they'll spread
Pop
out a
that
bit.
door open.
Yeah, let's go inside, see what we see.
All right. So inside, you see a few people hanging out. Behind the bar is a young-looking man. Dark hair, dark eyes, well dressed. At the moment, he's just polishing glasses. This seems to be a very sort of more expensive sort of establishment.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
at a table dead smack in the middle of the place, looking rather out of place here, honestly, is this trio.
How do I smell bar fight coming on?
Well, do we see anyone who looks like our... What was it? Cambion quarry?
We know nothing about her other than she's a Cambion, don't we?
And this is an important moment to remind that Cambions are not just, devilish looking people with horns.
Yep.
Yeah, so we have no idea what this person looks like. What's my point?
Yeah, but there is somebody here who does look kind of demonic.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I mean, if I had to make a guess,
I could always insert ourselves into the situation.
Be my guest.
Seize the day and all that.
Yeah. So, does the
Rune-
party approach?
I mean, Rune definitely does.
I think Cal will too.
Oh, I think
Yeah, you
Tola's...
find that the three of them are playing cards, and they seem to be gambling with actual money.
How big are the bets?
They are betting in silver.
Fair enough. Yeah, you know what? Throw down 5 silver onto the table as like a pot, or like my silver. Deal me in next.
The group of them look at you. There's a brief moment where they just kind of stare at you. And they are vibe checking you. Every last one of them.
Make your vibe checks. But I mean, it's Rune. He's yeah.
Oh, it's bad. It's all bad. It's
The man wants to play cards, clearly.
clearly the man just wants to play some cards and bet some money.
In fact, I will stake, like, what do we call this? Sway?
Sure.
16, so yeah. Looking for a good time.
He's
Meanwhile,
dealt
Cal
into the
is,
game.
the vibe they get off Cal is just, oh, I'm just watching my friend get involved in this absolute shit show.
So the dark-haired one leans forward. Name's Matthias. What's your name?
Runwald from Hilderton. Good to meet you. Matthias.
You as well. Can I just call you Rune?
Absolutely, most of my friends do.
And I would love to be friends. You came in with some interesting company.
Indeed, some friends I've picked up recently.
Not that I have much room to talk, and he looks at his two friends.
Oh, there are worse friends to be making than these two, I'm sure.
I wouldn't be so sure.
No.
There's just a mischievous smirk at the woman who her face is tight at first, but it loosens into a smile. Jackass.
Oh god. But yeah, I think Rune is just gonna try to make small talk for a little while. Not jumping straight into, do you know this person?
Well, you don't have to wait long to find out
Yeah.
if any of them know them, because the one with entirely too many mouths, when prompted, says that their name is Afrina.
Please make your acquaintance.
Yeah, sure, you too.
And yeah, I think
There's inquisitiveness in their gaze, but they do smile. It's kind of like a smile that never quite reaches the eyes, more like a cheeky grin.
yeah, so Rune returns it. And,
What's a gift you sent?
yeah, and I think for a while anyway, is just going to try to take their money.
Yeah, so how do we do gambling in this game? Is there rules?
Well, I think unless there's shenanigans going on, I'm assuming it would just be luck checks.
I mean, I think
But
you could
there's
probably
a-
make a gaming check, depending on what type of gambling this is.
I do have expertise games.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So
Counting cards.
roll.
I mean,
Well-
if it's poker, maybe bluff checks, duplicity.
Gaming
Yeah,
check.
duplicity makes sense to me. Deception.
Yeah, and go ahead and apply that expertise.
I'm here.
Hello. Expertise isn't an extra bonus, right? It's just a different thing that you would be able to
It's a different
provide your
thing.
proficiency to. Yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah.
It's only going to be a 9 this time. Oh, wait, I can roll the bones.
Yes, you can roll the
roll
bones.
bones.
I'm sorry, what did you just ask about expertise?
Crit fail. No, I wasn't really asking. I was more thinking out loud.
Bro.
Crit fail.
Crit failed. You just crit failed on gambling. You are broke.
It's only 5 silver. It's fine.
You go down to having naught but your underwear.
Yep, just as I thought. So at the end of the game, Safrina has the best hand, and just reaches out like a dragon hoarding gold, just drags all the silver over to her spot at the table. Thank you very much. I will take all of that.
Pleasure losing to you. You said your name is Zephrina, right?
Yes.
I believe I have a friend who is looking to talk to you. Do you mind being introduced?
Sure.
Yeah.
Who's this friend?
I think I'm just going to look over at the others and kind of do a motion to come on. Anyone who wasn't already around.
Yeah, I think Cal was kind of watching the whole time. As I said, the vibe they were getting is, oh, my friend's about to get his ass kicked in poker, and I'm going to enjoy watching this.
Yeah, I think Tolas and Guden were just sitting down somewhere.
Is Magnolia present?
They
She can be.
now.
Sure. Where are we? What's going on?
We're at the
So-
Umberwood Inn.
Not the Umberwood Ale House, the Umberwood Inn in the city.
Oh.
Yeah, so the party started at a different place called Mike. Remind us.
It was the
Foaming
Oh,
yellow
fuck.
belly.
foaming yellow belly.
Yeah, foaming yellow belly.
And the dirty, muddy, disastrous, rundown sort of place. They got 2 rooms there, and
No,
that's
we,
where
we
they
only got the
started
one
their
room.
night.
We only got the one
Or
room.
oh,
On-
so that should have only been 3 copper pieces then, if you only got 1 room.
Oh,
Actually, come to think of it, if we got Magnolia 2, we might need 2 rooms.
yeah.
Because we're both a bit big.
I mean, it's a 20 by 20 room.
That's
Oh.
true.
Huge rooms.
Yeah, that's what I said.
We'll make it work.
Yeah, I think we can handle a 20-20 room. Even
Yeah,
with
two
multiple
rooms
people.
should be enough for all of us. Yeah.
All right. But yeah, now we're
Okay,
looking
but-
for Zafrina.
Okay.
And we found her playing cards.
No, I like it.
She's the one with, as Damien said,
Take the shot.
way too many mouths.
Okay. She
Yep.
just always looks like that. God damn.
Apparently.
I don't know about always, but that's how she looks now, I guess.
All right. So Rune just gestured for us to come over.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yep.
Come right over.
Told us. Come over.
I've been here the whole time.
Indeed, this is Kyle, Tolas, Gurin, and Magnolia.
Sup?
Good to meet
Name's Sabrina.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet
Hello.
And these 2 chuckle fucks are Matthias and Thuzrak.
Pleasure.
Oh,
So you said somebody had something they wanted to ask me?
Well, we... Well, we've heard that you, at least at one point, knew a man named Baldric.
Oh, that fucking prick.
Yes.
Yeah.
that's cool.
Up to the father.
But when she says that fucking prick, there is the most genuine smile you have seen her crack yet.
Actually, just texted him. You can see.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
What sort of bullshit's he up to now?
Yeah, maybe that's not the one.
Well, currently, he is being held due to unlawful activities.
Magnolia looks around a little conspiratorially. She's confused as to why we're holding anything back.
We don't know what this person's relationship with Baldric was, which is why
Yeah.
Tolas isn't being completely forward.
Yeah, we know they
Oh,
were friends.
so you mean to tell me that an open and unapologetic Frenite did something illegal in Vengergroff?
Well, yes, it involves leading an attack on the prince.
That ballsy motherfucker.
Yes, that is one way to talk about what
So nice though.
they were doing.
Right in
Stupid.
the middle of the right in the middle of the Coven's feast.
Stupid, suicidal, but ballsy.
That's what I said.
So,
Anyways.
what was your relationship with Beldrick?
So how do I put? You know what? There's no nice way to put this. He was real fun to get blackout drunk with.
He drank with you.
Oh yeah.
My.
Mind you, there were a few times where I prompted that question and got him to explain to me how it is that I'm a stain on the asshole of existence. But didn't stop him from drinking with me.
Interesting.
Well, the scandal.
Well, do you know if there might be any other, I don't know, groups he was in contact with?
God, groups.
People, groups, whichever. Maybe something he talked about while drunk.
Most of what he talked about while drunk was complaining about fucking. He'd complain about his quote his people end quote, which was weird because I didn't think that Entier had a unified people.
What sort of things would he say about them?
Oh, all sorts of nasty shit. Call them demon worshippers. Talk about how if he were to somehow manage to survive the mission that he's currently on, how he'd want to lead a crusade south next. Just all sorts of wild shit.
And you
When he was,
drank.
From our experience, he was pretty deeply embedded in the Turian mindset.
yeah,
He tried.
yeah, I'd say.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, listen, I don't talk to guards for any reason.
I don't know. I feel like
No reason.
seems like a weird position to have if you're keeping company like Baldric, but fair enough. Everyone has their own personal codes.
So you know nothing of any other people here he might have been in contact with?
Yeah, he complained about some of the people over at Hoof's Rest sometimes, but
A
no,
dead end,
usually
then.
if he was coming here, it's because he stormed out of there in a huff and needed somewhere to stay for the night before heading back south.
All right then. You should know that he's likely to be dead soon.
Couldn't happen to a nicer guy. I'll pull one out for him.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh, Baldric. In fact, you know what? Barkeep, another round.
Hmm.
All of you. What's your poison?
I think I am good for tonight.
I'll have I'll have an ale. Only had a quarter of a keg today.
I really appreciate the gesture, but you've already given us enough of value. Thank you.
I'll take the cheapest wine you've got. That is good.
Book it. Why not? Something odd. I don't get what.
The bartender looks at you for a second, almost like they're trying to take Runevald's measure, and then immediately just reach for this ornate-looking rum bottle.
Oh, much appreciated.
And the cheapest wine they have, Gurin, you taste this wine, and this wine does not taste cheap.
Well, Gooden's gonna keep drinking.
It's like, well, you're paying for drinks now. Oh, okay.
Hey, good to make friends, right?
It would seem.
Absolutely. Perfect for making friends.
Yeah. They probably have like a gallon-sized jug for Cal's ale.
Yeah, there's a pretty hefty tankard pulled out of a cupboard, filled up and offered to Cal.
Ugh.
It looked like they were gonna pull out a second one, but then Magnolia said they didn't want any.
This is a little smaller than my drink earlier.
I know, but the stuff's more expensive here, so you got to deal with the
Eh,
smaller portions.
yeah. Ugh.
So, what brings you to town? You didn't come here just for little old me, did you? And I don't recognize any of you.
We were
Well, passing.
mostly checking at Hoof's Rest.
Yeah, we were over at Hoof's Rest when uh some of the people there mentioned you. So we figured we'd come in and stop by on our way back to Storm's End.
Right. That's that is valuable information. It's been too long since I've popped over to Hoof's Rest. I like to buy the incense they make there. They do it right.
GM, do I detect any fondness for the thing she's talking about right now?
Nothing. It
Uh,
it is a dead spot on the. It is a dead zone.
have I ever detected any affection from her? I mean, like, does she? Am I getting any
Yeah.
signals at all?
Yes. So she has a knife that she plays with and fidgets with and meticulously polishes and obsesses over while she's sitting and talking.
Hmm.
And it is only when her eyes fall upon that knife that you feel a spike of affection.
Gotcha.
Oh, so just minor psychopath vibes.
So that's the only thing she's felt fond for so far as I've seen her.
Not even her
Mhm.
friends. Wow.
Okay.
It's
I'm guessing that
cold.
also means Baldric, no fondness at all, right?
Nope, just someone she drank with.
Mm.
Okay.
Why do I have a feeling that this is gonna bite us in the ass later?
But I think I am going to get going.
Yeah, we'd probably want to make it early morning. So,
Indeed. Lots of
Good.
business.
good playing with you three.
Been a pleasure.
Yeah. A pleasure to we got some business of our own to go handle soon anyway. So good meeting you.
Best of luck.
You know,
Thank you
can I
again for the
vibe?
information.
I would like to vibe check that last statement about having business to handle.
You want to vibe check the fact that they have business to handle?
Yeah, you know, just the
What?
way it was said. Something.
What?
That's
Cal's
it.
getting all up in people's business now?
It's an 18. This is violent business they're talking about, isn't it? Seems like they they're causing
uh,
trouble, aren't
the secret ingredient is crime, Mr. Krabs.
they? Yeah, that's what I figured. Yeah, got this strange itchy itchy feeling like maybe they didn't like the fact that someone talked about them in house arrest and they maybe want to go burn it down. Get revenge on
What?
the snitches.
That's that's crazy. Who would do that?
Apparently these people.
I don't think so. No, we're thinking this is like a petty burglary, you know, shit like that.
Sure. Yeah.
But yeah, so anyway, they leave.
So anyone else get the feeling like they did not like the fact that someone in house arrest talked about them?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to bed, are we?
You, are we doing something about it?
Feel like we probably should. I mean,
Remember, we wanted to get back to Storm's End before too long.
There's an army sitting at our doorstep. I'll follow whatever the group decides.
I am going to see if I can get a refund on those rooms. And I think I am going to be staying in Hoof's Rest tonight.
Well, best not to split up then.
yeah, because they are. This is. They just seemed like they were getting ready to go do something bad.
Magnolia considers this carefully.
And I feel like it would kind of be our fault for being like, oh, yeah, we heard about you over in Hoof's Rest.
Oh, we've learned our lesson about being too loose with information then.
Oh, all of these assumptions. No one's done anything.
I mean,
Magnolia, look at it this way. If we save their asses, if they are indeed in danger, perhaps they'll reward us with some of that fruit they were picking.
I do want to try that fruit. I'm worried about getting marched on by an army, though.
We can outsmart the army. Escape it.
Okay.
Stragglers are easily lost in a crowd.
Can your bird keep watch all night?
I can keep watch all night.
Oh.
I don't actually need to sleep, I just need rest.
So long as you keep watch on the wall during the night, I would be comfortable staying at Hoof's Rest.
I'll consider it my sacred duty.
Thank you, Rin.
sounds
Not-
like we have a plan of action then.
Yeah, she reaches down and gives an affirmative pat on the shoulder. Darun?
Yeah, he just nods, smiles.
This is going to check if she can get at least a partial refund on those rooms.
You know what? Y'all have been here for like in the city for like probably less than 2 hours at this point. He'll just give you a refund.
Sweet. I mean, she cleaned the room too, so, you know.
And you know what? That'll be his reason. Is you cleaned the room. So you know what? Here's your money.
Yay! But yeah, let's head back to Hoof's Rest and hopefully not get murdered.
Why would you get murdered? What? Goodness gracious! Paranoid people.
Not paranoid if you're right.
Yeah. So you wander on back to Hoof's Rest, and you are utterly unaccosted the entire time.
Sweet.
So, where are we staying in House Rest?
I am going to be setting up my tent inside the walls somewhere. You all asked to follow. You did not need to. I don't know where. Well, if there is any place you could stay here.
It would have felt wrong to leave you here, just the two of you, possibly in danger. But yeah, I guess we'll have to ask around.
They've got to have
And
that in.
there are people. There is nightlife here. There are people out and about, chatting, partying.
Yeah, let's just find an inn.
I don't know if there
Is there
would
an
be a
inn in Hoof's
whole
Rest?
inn in this village.
No, this place is too small to have a dedicated inn, especially with the Imperial settlement right nearby.
Shoot. Oh, looks like I'm gonna be sleeping in the stables with my beetle.
Times like this, I
Um,
choose to be thankful for the natural world and all of its beauty.
So, do you try talking to any of the locals?
I mean, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
A room
Yeah,
for the night.
so some of the locals offer you guys tents and bedrolls to borrow.
Yeah, sure.
Awful kind of them. If there's anything that can fit me, then yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if if
Um,
by some miracle they have stuff big enough for Magnolia and Cal.
they offer you guys instead 2 bedrolls each and some very large blankets.
Wow, very kind of them.
You know what? Cal has slept in worse conditions. So, very, very graciously thank them for their kindness.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they make mention of not needing those anymore, and are happy to lend them out to someone in need.
I've got to give them something in return. Ooh, you know what? Yeah, are there, no, I guess it's nighttime. I was gonna ask if there are, like, any kids out. Maybe there's some sort of, like, I don't know.
Not like little kids, but there are like preteens. There are like some preteens and teenagers still out.
I'd like to make, like, a sway check. I'm gonna try to, like, do, like, an impromptu story time, basically. I'm gonna be reading from my, Dwarven storybook.
You know what?
You
I'll give you
know,
that.
you get a few younger people, right? But you
Yeah.
get a few older people too that seem eager to come and listen to stories.
Yeah, absolutely. Shall I make a sway check, or?
Sure, go ahead.
Great.
I'll give you the help action with that.
Awesome. Ooh, and also mechanically, Yeah, because this seems like a community ill at ease, and hostile towards foreigners and all this. Can I count this as a comfort check? Like mechanically, I'll be comforting those listening, or technically that's not quite how it's supposed to work, but yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna say yes anyway, though.
Awesome. So I'll have advantage thanks to Cal, and I'll have plus D4 thanks to a feature I have that boosts my comfort checks. 27 to
Yeah.
be a compelling storyteller of ancient dwarven lore with Cal assisting.
And yeah, they are captivated. And
Yeah, the way that Magnolia spins this yarn, it is clear by the sparkle in her eyes and the love for the material that she has. This is her shit. She lives and breathes this. When she gets distracted, which she does often on, just throughout the day, she's thinking of all the epic tales she's heard. She's thinking of fantasy, legends, myths. And this is her finally engaging in that and sharing it with people.
Weirdly enough, she may have found herself right in the middle of one.
Yeah, I think Runa's also kind of listening. I think Runa's perched up high, maybe in a tree or on a ledge somewhere, as high as he probably can get while still being in the vicinity. And he is just watching the wall. I think the sword has come off of the waist and is now resting like in one arm, still in its scabbard, ready to be drawn at a moment's notice. And is just making sure no one's bashing down our doors.
you find a nice tall tree in the middle of the settlement. Very few of the buildings are in fact, none of the buildings are multi-story tall, I don't think.
Makes sense.
So yeah, once Magnolia has lit the hearth of these people's imaginations, and it seems like it's getting late enough, she'll turn in for the night.
They seem less standoffish of Magnolia and Cal now. And in fact, one of the teenagers comes up and thanks Magnolia for the stories.
Yeah, she's very gracious.
Grateful teenager. What
I
is
know.
this?
Cats and dogs raining from the sky.
I don't know. I think this might be rare.
Ah, but yeah. As the night goes on, it seems more and more people are turning in, and eventually, there is only one chimney still burning in Hoof's Rest. For after all, the burden of leadership is a heavy one, and the midnight oil sometimes must be burnt.
Mm. And we drift off to sleep.
Or, meditative state. Watching.
Because they just have the one tent with, well, Tolos and Gooden both went into the tent.
At some point in the night, Singer says to Rune,
Ice is looking awful thin around here.
Indeed, I know you're hoping to get farther up north.
No. I'm saying something's got a crack.
Well, I promise you'll have first pickings of the bodies, my friend.
How much you want to bet this place is gonna get marched on?
I've already lost 5 silver tonight, so I think I'll keep my
Well,
money.
that's why I'm asking.
Yeah, no, yeah, I think that if I bet that this place wouldn't burn, I'd be losing money.
It just sort of makes a bird noise and ruffles its feathers, staring at the horizon.
We'll be long gone by then, though, friend. Although Rune doesn't really sound like he believes it when he says it. His eyes don't leave the horizon, or the wall, really. Preemptively, I'll make a perception check just in case.
Yeah, do that. Sorry, I was transplanting locations.
-2!
Your familiar's
Oh,
with you. Can it help?
Oh, true. Singer would be trying to help, right?
yeah, Singer can help.
Okay, why did we let the vampire with negative perception?
True,
The only
that.
What?
person who doesn't have to sleep.
Yeah, pretty much.
But yeah, we should have taken it in shifts for sure.
In help is advantage or D4?
Advantage.
Okay. 5!
Fucking hell.
You know,
Shit. I mean, to be fair, you are
it
watching for
is.
just an army, so
Exactly, it is just watching the
You're
wall.
you're pretty sure that if an army marched up to this place, you would have seen it.
Yeah.
Now, if a lone horse rider had happened to have ridden up to the place, you might have missed that. The party wakes up. It is now morning. Except it isn't, Cal.
What?
Oh, what do I see that night?
In your dream, you see a younger Zephrina. She is in a room that almost looks like a ballet studio. She is standing, holding a graceful pose, and not moving a muscle. You can't see who's causing that look of fear in her gaze, but you can feel her fear. You can feel, on top of that fear, a desperate desire to please this individual.
Okay.
They begin a procession of movements that at first look like ballet moves, but eventually, as she draws knives from hidden places in her clothing, it becomes clear that what she's practicing is assassination and not dancing.
God. Okay, so this is the Red Room and she is Black Widow.
So reductionist.
But also, it kind of tracks. Oh. Yeah, no, very, very useful information.
Yeah, you wake up in the morning, and surprise, surprise, there is no army.
Everyone has 4 temp HP.
From what?
Tolus's or Gooden's storyteller feature. I
didn't hear
think
no
that
story.
all of us being around here counts as being rested with each other.
Right, but I didn't hear no story. Did she play music or something?
Well, I mean, in this case, it's just, I guess,
Right, but narratively, what am I getting temp HP from?
Camaraderie and companionship.
in this case, it was more, you took up the, telling story thing, so I couldn't exactly have much besides, yeah, I guess Gooden tells more stories, so I just went, whatever, that'll count. So Gooden's feature activates off of your storytelling, I'd say.
Okay, cool. 4 temp, great.
Sweet.
4 temp HP.
Yeah, when Magnolia awakens, she finds her blankets full of autumn leaves. Like really quite full. They're mostly dry, but it's just a bunch of leaves that she has to shake out. The unseasonal leaves probably don't go unnoticed, and her eyes are the same color as yesterday, a mix of autumnal colors.
You know, I don't believe I saw you go and collect those last night, Magnolia. I would say as they're climbing down from the tree.
Do I look like the sort who would choose to sleep with leaves?
Do you want me to answer that honestly, or
Yeah, she kind of like beats out the bedroll in Rune's direction, and a bunch of leaves come fluttering your way.
yeah, he like puts up a hand to defend himself, but just kind of laughs. Oh, no army.
Alyssa's going to pick up one of these strange leaves. So it's just a kind of like reddish, brownish leaf from like fall, kind of.
Yeah, they're just normal leaves. I'd say they're all maple leaves.
Strange.
Just my powers playing tricks on me.
Well, we should probably get back now.
I
Well,
think we
maybe not get back, but
well-
leave to go back.
I think we should just check in with the leader before we go. Zafrina, I had a weird dream last night.
Alright, it sounds like... Well, I think we could probably do that pretty quickly.
I don't have a problem with that.
Yes.
So, yeah, so why don't we go check in, make sure that he's on alert in case Zafrina makes a move here. If she hasn't already.
Yeah, so we go to the leader of the settlement. I forget his name.
Rodney.
Yeah, Tullis is going to knock on the shack's door.
It opens. Good morning.
Hello.
Waddles back into the house. You can smell tea.
Well, we will soon be leaving. We just wanted to check if everything was alright in town.
Yes, the woman we met, the woman that Baldric knew. Zafrina, we found her last night.
I imagined you would.
It was surprisingly
She's not
easy.
exactly. She's not exactly subtle.
Now, I get the feeling the not exactly subtle piece is a cover. I have a feeling that if she wants to be, she can find herself wherever she needs to.
Uh-huh.
I had a strange dream last night. Let's just say I think she might be an assassin.
Tea slurping.
So
Strange.
and she certainly did not seem she did not seem to be the type to like that people were talking about her.
I'm gonna flip up my eye patch real quick. Innate detect magic. Am I picking up anything in the room that's different?
Anything in the room that is different.
Also, looking at the tea itself,
Is the tea magic?
is the tea magically poisoned?
The teapot that you can see is not magical.
Okay.
But what about the tea in the cup?
The tea in the cup.
Because the tea itself might be magical, not necessarily the pot.
Yeah. So you do see a little twinkle of something glowing in the cup.
I'm gonna try to slap it out of his hand real quick.
He's gonna try to resist that.
So, terrible might coming into play. Is there any way I could acrobatics or finesse this, or is it specifically might that this would be? Finesse can't.
I could see finessing it.
Yeah, I could see finessing.
Yeah, it's stretching it a bit because finesse is hide, sneak, pickpocket, manipulate a mechanism, perform sleight of hand. Basically, just trying to like weave around. To get
Sleight
the
of hand the cup out of his
Pickpocket and
hand.
sleight of hand. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're moving your
Yeah.
hand fast to just slap a cup. That's
only a
fine.
13.
Oh, a 13.
Oh no.
Shit.
Yeah, magic in the cup.
What?
What is the tea magic?
What do you mean, magic in the cup?
Does Rodney have more than 0 MP, by the way?
Yeah.
Okay. So, magic in the cup. The tea, it's magic. You just said an assassin, possibly?
Yes. I think Zafrina may be an assassin.
Did you cast magic on your tea?
I didn't cast magic on it, but I included some magical ingredients.
Alright. You need to be careful if our friend is having visions like that, right?
Yeah,
I
I do tend to
guess.
have. The things that I see do tend to be true.
In scanning the room, nothing else looks amiss.
Nope. Everything is actually. You know what's amiss? What's amiss is how little has changed.
You know what? I'm gonna use a use of my Watcher feature to get True Sight within 60 feet. As Cal kind of hums, goes up through his horns, and yeah, is there anything hidden here?
No.
I don't sense anything amiss. So.
Alright. Fair enough. I'll put the eye patch back down.
I would just be cautious.
Noted. Thank you.
What sort of magic items are you putting in your tea?
I am kind of curious. I love a good cup of tea, but I hadn't thought of putting anything magical in mine.
There are things that help me relax. Help me not feel how stiff my old bones are.
Right.
It's alchemical stuff. And for any alchemists or herbalists in the room, he will explain the technicals if they want, but he's not going to info dump on people who have no idea what he's talking about.
Yeah, no, I mean, Rune would understand. I don't think Rune is, so once Rune gets the feeling that it's nothing like super fun and it's just kind of like basic alchemy, Rune loses interest.
Cool.
Right then, well, everything looks to be in order. That should be off.
Yes, let's.
Yes.
Yeah, so I think with that, we'll just hit the road.
Awesome.
Only to find out the assassin went the other way.
Wah, wah.
Hmm.
Yeah, and get everything together and hit the road, I guess.
Yeah.
A nice
Yep.
calming journey past the massive army back home.
Yeah, past the army, thinking about the assassin on the loose.
The army look like it moved at all.
It is marching. It has marched, and it is heading south.
Towards the
Alright.
wall.
For Rest?
What?
Where's it headed towards? Like,
South.
what is south besides towards Scapland? Is Hoof's Rest there?
No.
Okay.
So it's probably marching to the wall.
What you can see is that it is marching south. And there are things to the south that your characters are aware of that will definitely exist at some point.
I gotcha.
But it's not. But Hoofrest nor Storm's End is in the direction the army is marching.
Yeah, nothing of note at the moment. So yeah, okay. So I guess back to Storm's End. Doo-doo-doo.
Yeah, as you continue towards Storm's End, you realize, as you see them in the distance up ahead, that one group of riders did actually break off from the army and seems to be heading back towards Storm's End.
Hmm. Okay.
When you say group of riders, do we get a sense of how many people that might have been?
Like 10, maybe 20.
Okay.
Hmm.
Very small. All on horseback.
I guess they have more questions for the Coven.
Could just be a small detachment sent to stay in that area. I'm presuming they're going to want increased guard presence.
Probably. And I think we're just continuing until we reach.
Yeah, until something else interesting happens.
Yeah, let's go. Let's get back home. I don't want to be here anymore. We need to head north next.
Use wood the spooky.
Get
The wood, the spooky. Too spooky 5 for me.
So you arrive back in Storm's End, and you do, in fact, find a lot of signs of Imperial presence.
Hmm.
You see the riders, or their horses anyway, and you see that they have posted up flyers all over the place offering Imperial citizens the opportunity to volunteer for something called the Black Crusade.
Oh god,
Alright, we need to get the fuck out of here now.
That can't possibly be a good thing, right?
The place isn't safe.
We should probably talk to the Coven first.
Yeah.
Make sure they know where we're heading. That way they can reach us if something goes down.
Absolutely. Let's do that immediately.
You all go do that. There's something else I need to attend to. I'll catch up with you all.
Sounds good. Meet back up in 2 hours, maybe, maximum.
Sure, 1 hour is all I need.
1 hour it is.
Meet. Where do we want to meet?
The tavern, of course.
That's this public place with all the Imperials crawling about. Is that what we want to go for?
If the tavern is crawling with Imperials, backup plan should be
The Coven House.
Coven House for sure.
Okay. Yeah, so Magnolia goes a separate way.
Right, let's talk to some witches.
Yeah. Let's go tell them what we figured out.
Awesome. Yeah, we'll do that in just a second. I think I'd like to find out whatever Magnolia is going off to do first.
Looking for Dravana.
Mm.
Is she at a room in the Coven House?
So you go to the upstairs of the Coven House and you go and check the room that she was staying in. And you find a neatly made bed and a room with no bags left.
A look of regret overtakes Magnolia's face. Anything left behind?
Not in this room. But so remind me again, where does Magnolia stay?
I think she stays in a room at the tavern, the Umberwheel Tavern.
Okay. Cool. So yeah, no, there is nothing left behind here.
Yeah, I mean, I think Magnolia's only other stop would be her own room before trying to meet back up with the party.
Hmm. So in her own room, she notices that one of her pillows has been disturbed.
Okay, what's under it?
A letter, piece of paper.
What's it say?
It says on it, "Not sure where you went. I'll find you. Guess I'll just have to find you a second time."
Yeah, Magnolia frowns. The worry twists a little more in her heart, but she hopes this can be a good thing. She smells Dravana's perfume on the letter and folds it up and slips it into her encyclopedia. And then she packs up everything from her room and puts a lot of it in Dumpling saddlebags, some of it in her backpack. And only then will she go find the party.
Cool. So yeah, the party. You go to the Coven House. And honestly, you find them packing some shit up.
Yeah, fucking shit up, yo.
Yeah, you
What do we?
notice that they're placing a lot of many of their more valuable magic items in transport cases.
You
Oh,
going somewhere?
Yes, briefly. We're going to be taking these out of country for storage. We'll be gone for a couple of weeks.
we were also thinking about making our way out of here for a couple of weeks.
That's a great idea because things are getting wild.
Indeed. We're heading north to the tundra.
Right. North. How far north?
Uh, it's about a week or so upriver.
Hmm. I hope those of you who need them bring coats.
Uh,
I'm sure if we don't have it, we'll find it along the way.
what about the rest of you taking a trip back to Boreos?
Yes. To the original Coven house to store these.
Hmm. Well, good luck on your journey.
Thank you. You as well.
Uh, yeah. So I think Cal would see if he can get probably Crazy Bones alone for a moment.
Easy enough to do.
Uh,
What is it, dear?
Well, you are down. Is there a library at the original Coven House? I'm assuming so, but
I'm not sure that there's a whole library, but there's certainly a den with books.
so if it's possible, oh, we think that there may be some books in play that came from Baphomet's library.
Oh. That's,
Crazy?
impossible was the word that came to my mind.
Uh, well, apparently not, because we've already found one of them.
Oh. Do you have any idea the mountain of shit you may have stepped in?
Oh, trust me, I have an idea. And it is. Let's just say I think it makes me look like a flea.
Think about it this way, though. Where's the best place to hide your treasure? Underneath a mountain of shit.
Wait, I got Crazy Bones alone. How did you get here?
This is, think of it as Rune's voice in the back of Cal's head.
I just met you like 2 days ago. How's this? How are you this deep in my head already?
Rude has that effect on people.
Ugh. But yes, no, there was a history book that we found over in Hoof's Rest, of all places.
A history book.
Yes, but the history
About what?
of their people, specifically before they went back when they were still in the up in the mountains before they left and headed south. Before they were killed by Alexia's, well, before they were nearly slaughtered by Alexia's ancestor.
Oh, Cal, you don't believe all that nonsense, do you? Oh, sure, every vampire that's in charge of Vengergroff claims to be the blood of Zlatko. But have you noticed every single vampire who's in charge of Vengergroff claims to be the blood of Zlatko?
See, I presumed it was more like vampire bloodlines and not like parent-child bloodlines. So
Yeah, well, it is and it isn't.
either way, still traces back to Vlatko when Vlatko drove them south. And it's one of 3 books that were taken.
So why take a history book about a people that were exterminated from this place before most civilizations were keeping records?
Great question. And one that I intend to, hopefully, by finding the others, we can get an answer. I have a lead on the next one up north, which is why we were heading there.
What's the lead?
Well, we've found a. We went and down to the. Wait, she was with us, wasn't she? When we went to the memorial site with the phoenix.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was the lead. The bird told us.
Hmm.
Yeah, remember
Yes,
the.
I know that the bird mentioned that they were going north and they were looking for some codex up north in the hunting grounds. And I know that there is some ally that you have in the hunting grounds.
But yeah, I
It's
think
interesting, really, because it's supposedly a coven secret, and yet I'm pretty sure you're the only one in the coven that knows it.
well, it's not exactly my secret to tell.
You know dangerous things, don't you?
I know dangerous things. I am a dangerous thing. Everything in my life is dangerous.
That makes my life more fun that way.
Indeed, it does. But yeah, so that was our plan to go investigate up there.
Well, good luck going up there. Don't get eaten by a dire bear.
But yes, I was going to ask if you could just see if you could dig any information up on Baphomet's library and maybe see if the original coven had information that might lead to these codexes.
I can look.
I would.
But the thing about Baphomet's library being a place that nothing ever comes in or out of is that you know, nobody even knows what the inside of that library looks like.
See, that's what I thought too, but apparently somebody came out with 3 books. So
Yeah.
there's there's a group that likes to, the original coven I know likes to like to study occult lore, so who knows, maybe they might have dug something up that nobody else knows. Maybe they didn't even know they had it.
Yeah, I mean, why not? They had a full schematic on how skyhammers work. So
And
lots of weird
what?
things in their old archives.
Ugh, I thought our lives were crazy.
Our lives are crazy. It's just,
Relative.
cycles repeating.
Yes, I would appreciate that very much. Thank you. Uh,
Be safe.
hope you as well, and
I
hope
should go help
you
them finish packing.
rest. And hopefully we'll see each other in a couple of weeks.
I'm sure we will.
Yeah, and then Cal will go back to the main group.
Yeah, I think we're meeting back at the tavern, so long as it's not crawling with Imperials.
There are no Imperials. In fact, when you first arrive at the tavern, it looks like the tavern is closed. But just before you go to knock or turn around, the door comes open and Shadar grabs the closest one of your wrists and starts pulling people in.
I
What
imagine
is
that
the
it
problem?
has to be. Well, I guess we go in. Yeah, and we hurry in.
Magnolia's already waiting inside, I'm sure.
So,
Welcome to hell.
Yeah.
We were just on our way out, actually.
Staying up north for a while, perhaps you should think about getting out yourself.
Seems like a lot of people are getting out of here.
Oh, why would I leave this place right as things are getting interesting? In all seriousness, I have out strategies. I'll be fine. But I appreciate the concern.
I have faith you know what you're doing. Yeah, it's gonna make everything in life more difficult with these fuckers around. And sure, they're asking nicely for soldiers now, but just wait till they stop asking nicely. They ruin everything they touch.
That would be why we are making our way out of here for now.
Supposedly, the soldiers are leaving on the morrow. Still, I'm not risking them accidentally drinking any of my good booze, so I'm closed until they leave. But feel free to grab yourselves something.
Do you have any idea what this Black Crusade is that they're recruiting for?
Uh, I'm not sure what I could tell you for free that isn't already on the poster.
What was on the poster? Just the Black Crusade?
No, so it talks about how people could choose to. It's like a Empire wants you sort of propaganda sort of poster talking about how people who volunteer will get paid a heightened military wage for their service, and there are special like benefits based on like if you have like a noble rank or a knightly rank, or if you happen to be in trouble legally, you can have your punishment not carried out and instead be allowed to go join the Black Crusade and have that be your atonement for whatever crime you committed.
The thing I'm looking for, does it say like who they are crusading against?
It's a crusade in Discapland.
Okay.
That's never like expressly stated, but it's like thoroughly implied.
Great. More war, just what we need right now.
The war never ends. It never will end. They're animals. That's what they do.
No, 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 not animals. Calling them animals would mean that they're just doing things based on pure instinct. What they're doing is purposeful, thoughtful.
And
It's
I've met,
far worse than anything any animal would do.
I've met some intelligent animals in my day, but fair enough.
Mm.
Alright.
It's
Well,
good
what
time.
maybe we should that all comes down to now. What's the timeline now? I know we were talking about when we were leaving. Are we doing that immediately? Are we
I mean, I
still
think
going?
the original plan was for us to get a chartered ship to leave tonight, a private ship to leave tonight, right?
Well,
Indeed.
and here
Which-
is the biggest issue with that. I don't know about the rest of you, but I do not make more than I spend. I have no savings currently.
I'm also short on cash.
Short of
I believe I cannot even afford to buy food that would last us a week. Well, even me
That
a week.
this could raise an issue.
It may be best for us to just use our mounts to get out of the Coven lands, and then we could stop somewhere, make some money,
That's
and see about
probably
chartering a boat.
might take some
Probably-
time. Alternatively, 5-finger discount. Out of the Coven land, of course.
I don't
I would
know.
remind the party is owed favors.
that's true.
Well,
Oh shit, from Shadar. Wait, no.
technically,
Yeah.
Brindley is owed favors from Shadar. Brindley.
Right, but Brinley's already on board with this plan to get the heck out of here, and it was agreed that the favors should be used communally somehow.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure there was talk of using Shadar to get a private ship. I think we did talk about that.
Yeah, I think that's what we should do.
It's alright. There isn't a way that you could arrange for us to get a ship out of here tonight.
We're calling in Brinley's favor. It was, yeah, she's in on this.
Ship tonight. Yeah. 3 miles upstream where the river forks. You know where I'm talking about?
I know the place. The ship needs to be big enough to take all of our mounts as well, so some camels.
Which is why you're meeting it where the river forks.
Okay. Just
This boat can't get downriver to the spot closer to us. So
like all of that. So it can take dumpling?
yeah.
Great.
Or at least it will. After you put this on them. And they toss a looks like a piece of string at you.
What's this?
You tie it around your pet's leg, and it alters the way physics interacts with its feet.
Huh? You're
I
giving
recommend
me-
only doing it while it's on the boat. It will not hurt your bug, but it is a weird sensation.
Okay, and you're giving this to me for free?
I expect it back.
Okay. Thank you.
It's more like I want to make sure that your bug doesn't damage my friend's boat.
I see.
I believe that when it comes to actual mounts, neither Brinley nor Rune have them, right? You had to borrow.
That's true.
Yeah, the horses that pulled my cart were from were owned by the Coven, but I think I should be able to rustle something up.
Well, that is even more problematic than I thought. I thought you owned those horses.
Don't worry, I have a way to get a ride. It's probably actually Yes. When do we want to head out?
I can head out now. I think heading out now is good.
Okay. I will. Yeah.
I'm all packed.
So
The distance between us and here.
so let's. Yeah. So I can. I should be able to cast a spell. Will create a mount once we get out into the woods a little bit.
Is something.
Sounds good.
And yeah.
On the other hand, Rune, you can. Do you mind riding with my baggage?
No, not at all.
Well, then you can ride on Oboe. And they, you've seen Oboe. It's been the one with just a chest on its back. There's another part you could sit a bit further up where you don't have to sit on the chest, but.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Much
actually, it's not a chest. It's actually like, just a bunch of stuff tied to it mostly. But yeah.
That's kind of you. I appreciate it.
And if things truly come down to it, we can always have Guren turn into a mouse, and somebody else can use that camel.
Yeah, I don't think I'm fitting on the camel.
I don't
I
know
doubt
how
that.
much of a fan I am of somebody using my camel, though. You will get over it. It's just, well, borrowing. Anyways, are we going? What do we need to do to prep? You likely need food, right?
Dude, I should probably rebind that zombie. Oh wait, no, the zombie is still not around. Never mind.
Yeah, the zombie is missing.
Zombie is still missing. I can buy the food. It's no problem.
Going to see if I
As
can.
sorry, quick question: has Rune returned to his room?
Not yet. Will be doing soon.
Cool, cool. So yeah, at the comment of oh, that's right, the zombie hasn't been returned yet. Is anyone looking at Shadar?
Mm, yeah, why not?
How perfect so Magnolia, you feel a little incy tiny onesie spike of affection from Shadar, and she smirks at the comment that the quote zombie is still gone. The smirk is gone in a flash.
The call.
Weird.
Goddamn combies.
They're ruining our
Zombie.
country. Those goddamn combies trying to unionize. Alright, so suppose I'll buy the food. What's everybody else doing?
What else do we need to secure? Um,
I need to buy some camping supplies for myself.
yeah, I should probably get some camping supplies as well. We're going. Um,
Alright then.
Some of them should be able to sell you some meat stores for the road.
I'll go with you and see if, after my months of assistance, he might be able to give us a deal.
Fingers crossed.
Oaths.
Hmm.
Believe.
All right, so who wants to go next?
I guess us getting the food might as well talk to Dummerlin.
Indeed, why not?
Sure. You track down the dwarf. You find him in the kitchen. He appears to be cleaning up after baking the morning bread.
Hello. We are going on a trip, and I was wondering if we could buy some food from you rather than, well, go through the other hoops of finding food.
Sure. I don't see why not.
Yes, we will likely, even with all the money that we have, we will likely need to hunt on the way at certain points, but
Well, I mean, most of this was going to go bad because I made it before Shadar decided to close up for the next day or so. So some
well,
of it
if it's
would yeah, we can work out something.
all right, that sounds good then. How much money do you have, Rune?
I have a gold that can be put towards this.
I will also put my only gold towards this. I'd rather not be starving to death on the road.
And
Yeah, I
also,
don't know what.
it might sound weird, but any I suppose there's no beating around the bush. Any testicles that you have would be much appreciated.
He
Okay, Tolas takes a second, as if she is trying to figure out what that word means. Gooden immediately turns and is like, what the fuck are you on about?
Alchemy.
Alchemy... You know what? Never mind.
Essential.
Amerlum just smiles and so what is a I don't know the specific like price in the system if there is a system for like pricing out rations, but like what's a good price for a week's worth of rations in the system?
Way
So
more
one
than the
ration.
money we have, I swear.
So one ration costs.
So 1 day of ration is 2 silver.
Yes, 2 silver for each day of rations.
We get 10 rations, unless my math is bad.
10 rations for 1 gold. Yeah,
And since both of
but
us
that's
are
only enough
spending a
food for
gold
one
on it,
person.
we're both spending a gold on it, so we'd get 20 rations.
20 rations for a group of 5.
Wait, how many silver are in a ration? Are in a gold? 10, right?
10. 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if it's 2 silver per ration, so that's 5 per gold.
Yeah.
True.
Which means you get
Oh,
Only
10
10.
total.
we
That's
have
what I meant.
only
Which
10.
would only last us
Oh,
for
Yeah.
2 days.
no.
But luckily, Rune doesn't eat, so at least there's that.
Okay,
Oh, good.
so...
Okay, so there's only 4 people we're providing for.
Yeah,
Also,
yeah, 2 of
Magnolia
them are
has more
giant.
money.
Also, no, so Tolas and Gurren, so 5 of us.
You know what? Dummerlum sees the 2 gold and is going to look at Tolas and Gurren. How many days of food do you need? For how many people?
At least a week for the... Looks at the vampire. You don't need to eat, right?
Not this.
Right. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The 5 of us.
Well, I don't have enough food to feed 5 people for a week here that's prepared. But I can give you all that I have at the moment
I
that's ready to go.
As long as you're not making it so that the coven itself can't eat, and all the people here. Anything you could
Oh,
spare would be appreciated.
no. This is just stuff that was going to be prepared for tomorrow, but we're going to be closed tomorrow.
Fair enough.
And yeah, no, not tapping into any of our raw ingredient stuff, just stuff that's already been made.
Thank you, then.
We
It
appreciate
is
it.
greatly appreciated.
Alright, feeding rude for free is like feeding a stray. They'll always come back.
Shut up, please, now. It's true, but sure.
Alright, bad investment.
Mm. Interesting bird.
he's a charmer. Picked him up on a journey to distant Fenya. Also the testicles.
Yeah, he smirks at that request as if he's gotten it before, and just walks over to a shelf, grabs a jar, and offers it to you.
You are a hero, my friend.
There are a lot of people who come to the Coven lands looking for stuff like that. So,
No, it's greatly appreciated.
Yeah, I think Tolas, Rune, and Gooden end up packing the food onto the baskets on the side of Obo, and then that's probably the end of that.
cool. And then where was other people going?
So right now I'm compiling a shopping list, so we can come back to me later.
Cool. Cal, what are you up to? Cal?
Guess TJ's dead. Rip.
EJ is muted and dead.
TJ, are you aware that you're muted?
I think
Probably
he's
dead.
probably
All good.
dead.
Ripperino.
So let's see about that shopping list then.
Yeah, sure. I guess there isn't all that much I'm getting actually. Right. So I'm buying. Oh, also, hold on. One other bookkeeping thing. So how many rations did we get exactly from Domerlem?
Oh yeah, how much did
1
we
week's
get?
worth for 5 people.
1 week's worth for 5 people?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. We only need 1 week's worth for 4 people actually, because one of us
No.
doesn't eat.
Yeah, but we also
Hmm.
have Gurren.
Oh, right. Okay, so that's 35 rations. Who's our ration keeper? Our
I'll
larder
do
load?
it.
Excellent. 35. We should also have those of us who have rations in our inventory pile them onto the larder load. I don't have any, though.
I don't have any.
No.
Alright, then 35 is the supply. Alright, so for my shopping, all I'm doing is buying a giant size bedroll and blanket. I just now took a look at the rules for pricing larger weapons, and they were not great. So I updated them slightly. Basically, for a large creature, the price is just increased by 50%, which probably isn't quite right, but whatever. So I'm pricing myself appropriately to buy a bedroll and a blanket, each of which are 50% more expensive. And I think besides that, I'm pretty much good on camping supplies. Oh, actually, I don't know. whose soap I was using before. I guess I'm buying soap too.
Yeah, Tolas and Guden had their own soap that they would have shared.
Okay, so maybe that's where we're getting soap. Great.
Yeah, I do have 2 bars of soap.
Okay. Oh god, you're counting it by the bar. You're not just assuming it's infinite.
I have 2 soaps, so if I lose a soap, then I no longer have soap. Well, I mean,
Okay,
I'll still
I
have
better buy
extra
my
soap.
own soap if that's how particulated our soap is. So
Well, I mean, I don't know. What if you need to use your soap for something? You never know. If you use up your soap, then you want to have an extra.
fair enough. Actually, I mean, yeah, being entirely fair, maybe I should buy extra soap because I'm a larger person. That's a little silly, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm gonna buy 2 soaps. All it says is soap. Like, it doesn't say how much soap there is. It's just soap. So anyway,
It's a whole 50-gallon drum of soap.
just rolling that around everywhere I go.
No, Magnolia could carry that under her arm. Easy peasy.
She could, but not for a long journey.
What are we carrying under
I don't
Magnolia's
believe
arm?
Nothing.
Soap.
A 50-gallon drum of soap.
Well, that reminds me. What did Cal do with the keg once they were done?
That's a great question.
Because Tolas would have asked if they could just have the keg.
Yeah, why not?
All right, good. We have a keg for storing clean water.
Excellent. Okay, I'm also buying a 2-person tent for myself. What's Actually, come to think of it, I could just buy a normal size 2-person tent, which might be just big enough for the one of me.
It's the length that is an issue, not width. 2 people person tents are 2 people wide, not 2 people tall.
Right. Fair
How
enough.
tall
Okay, never
is
mind then.
Magnolia again?
8'1". Yep. I'll buy a large size tent. That's fine.
Yeah.
I don't need a tent because I can't get sick, so I just need a bedroll. So I have something to sleep on. Or wait, I can get sick, but it would.
You're not gonna. Yeah. What if you get like rained on? Like, sure, you
I'd
can't get
recommend.
sick, but
Okay,
that would.
so as dumb as this sounds, you could buy a canvas, which you could use as like a tent adjacent thing.
Yeah, you could use it to make some kind of like basic shelter.
Yeah,
Just
I
lay
mean,
underneath it.
See how to think of it. I am gonna
I
buy
just
a
gotta figure
separate
out what I
canvas
can
as well
afford.
for myself.
I always buy a separate canvas. I don't know about you guys, but my camping mind immediately activates the moment I'm filling out an inventory. Like, I have both rope and
Yeah.
string
Uh,
a canvas.
I have none of that. I have no camping supplies because I normally have a very steady place to live. Up until we fucked that up.
Yeah. Oh yeah. By the way, if you're shopping, yeah, TJ, if you're shopping for your stuff right now, you're also a large size creature, so you should know this. I'm for stuff that needs to be large size, like bedrolls and blankets, and tents. I've just increased the price by 50%. For myself.
Okay. Which that means that
Alright,
yeah,
I
I
think I'm
can
done
afford
shopping.
like
Just gonna add up.
I can't. I don't think I can afford a large size 2-person tent. So
I guess
I
the tarpon
might.
is.
yeah. Yeah, I have 11 silver. I have 1 gold and 1 silver, and that's 12 silver for a large size 2-person tent.
Yeah. Oh shoot! I think I'm just barely within my budget. Need to do some
So I
quick
think I'll
conversion.
get
Quick muffs. No,
yeah,
I
I'll
need
just
5
get
more
a
silver.
10-foot.
or else I'm.
You can
Okay,
blow it
I
off
guess I'll
with
just
Yeah,
duvet.
forego the extra canvas. Never mind.
I think I'm just gonna buy the one canvas and use it as a blanket and a bedroll.
Blanket, a bedroll, and a tent.
No tent.
No,
Just do
I mean
some.
it's the wonderful canvas of magic and greatness which you use for everything. Oh
Damn it. You know what?
gosh.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to forego a blanket as well. I mean, I do have winter clothes, so that's nice, but the blanket, I'm afraid, is gonna have to come later.
Ugh, that's gonna suck
Mm,
so much. Like, oh man, you're really gonna have to get a blanket at sometime soon.
Yeah.
yeah, no, I think I'm just gonna end up with a canvas. It's fine. Cal's canonically been a nomad for most, so it's definitely not the worst situation he's been in.
Yeah, I think the oddest thing about like warm clothes is that you'll feel fairly warm while awake, but once you're asleep for about an hour, um, you are no longer warm.
Hmm.
For
I mean,
now,
most of the journey we're gonna be on the boat, so we should be fine on the boat.
no,
Yeah,
exactly.
hopefully.
Gonna buy a blanket, and that's it.
Well, I mean,
Right.
I think the funniest thing is that this doesn't matter at all for freaking Tullus and Gooded because Tullus has comfort aura.
Oh shoot! I have comfort aura. What am I thinking?
Oh yeah, you don't
Oh,
need to worry about it.
comfort
Yeah, so
aura. I
I
don't think
never
any of
needed
us
the
do.
blanket in the first place.
No, it's
Oh
only
yeah,
a
and also the
5 foot
comfort aura
aura.
is big
Isn't
enough
comfort aura just
that if someone's sleeping right next to me, they'd also be in it.
Yeah, so you just gotta cuddle up next to Cal.
Yeah.
Come here, Grandpa.
All right, interesting. Well, I'm sure we'll come to these conversation points and characters soon enough.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm done shopping.
Based. All right. So, is there anything else anyone would like to do before you depart for
Yeah,
the icy north?
I would like to check my room real quick.
Oh, yes, your
Gather my
room.
belongings and everything.
So you find in your room, chained up nice and good, um,
I like the sound of that.
is the zombie.
Oh,
And in his manacled hands, he holds a purple envelope.
if you wouldn't mind, my friend, thank you. And I'm gonna take the envelope, open it.
There is simply the words "Thank you" written on it.
Oh.
In that nice swirly script.
Excellent. Now, if you would, my friend, just hold still for 2 seconds, and I'm gonna draw my sword. It is not a normal looking sword. It's about just under 4 feet long. But it is in like the Norse sword style, so it looks like a two-handed sword, or it could be one or two hands, really. In that style, and its blade is like this blue-green with like an opalescent sheen to it, and it sings as it comes out of its scabbard. Um, and I think that Rune is just going to try to execute the zombie in a way that keeps it intact. So probably shoving the sword directly into its chest, twisting it around until the zombie dies.
Oh, not the head.
I get to keep the head
Um,
intact.
yeah, so, I don't know. Make like an attack roll or something.
Okay.
You got it, and then just sew it all back inside. That's all.
It's a
I
14 to
basically
hit the
just
shackled zombie.
wanted to know if you crit.
Did not crit.
Actually, hold on. This thing is totally restrained. I'm pretty sure you automatically crit. What are we talking about? Roll damage.
Right. Of course. What is the damage?
Boy.
Oh, I'm so glad I remembered something.
Oh my god, I
Very-
totally forgot to write down the damage dice on this one. Quick second.
Okay, so it's not an auto crit; it's advantage.
Cool. Advantage. I will roll that. Second.
as soon as we're done with this, I have something crazy, but we'll get to it.
Okay, hell yeah. And the
Everything
damage,
in this game is
it's just D10.
elite.
+5. I'm not actually adding anything special onto this. So it's 11 damage and just rolling to make sure I didn't. Yeah, no, I didn't crit. So that is just 11 damage, which I do believe kills it. But I have to
Kills
open
a
the
normal zombie.
Yeah.
This one though.
No, I mean, if it would kill a regular
Yeah.
zombie, it would kill this. Blech.
Oh, what? Its kidnapper didn't make it super powerful.
No.
Oh wait,
Thank
no,
you.
normal zombie has
Crit.
22 HP.
Oh, so you only
I
bloodied
mean,
it.
yeah, but I mean, like, Rune is gonna keep doing this until it dies. Do you want me to keep doing this, or?
No, and Rune does not have to do it. In fact, they get to see the one way that they modified this zombie. So you strike it, right?
Mhm.
And that triggers a spell that seemed to have been placed on the zombie that then causes almost like a second version of the strike that you just landed to occur on the other side of the zombie, and it drops to the ground.
What?
That was useful.
Yeah.
And then Quick and Dirty. Rune's version of the spell is not like Seraphina's version of the spell. What Rune does is goes in, opens a little pouch, and pulls out this dust. And it looks like silver dust with like some sort of spores inside of it. They begin to chant in Huldusku, pouring this dust in its mouth along the wounds, in its eyes, and as they finish this ritual, like mushrooms and moss begin to grow out of a lot of the places that this dust was poured. And it is, we just cast the spell real quick, but yeah, it's a nat 20 on casting the spell itself, so the zombie is raised.
Fuck yeah. Didn't you nat 20 raising the zombie last time too?
I might have.
I think so.
It's actually an ability I have, not my character, where anytime I
How
interact with
fitting.
necromancy. Yeah, no.
Ugh.
Yeah, and then
And
come on, my
you
friend.
see that the wave of necromantic energy of casting the spell has revealed more information on the letter that you were left.
What's this thing? I will read
It
it.
says, I knew you were going to have to re-raise it, and if I was going to examine their magic, I needed the original zombie.
Well, fair enough. That fault, whoever this was. Yeah, I think they'll tuck the letter away, go down, say their goodbyes, and meet up with the others.
So if we could loop back to me for a sec.
Mm-hmm.
So I have Baldric's armor, which I fully intended to sell. Then I looked at armor prices and realized the armor prices were busted. So I reduced them immensely. So now Heft 17 armor like this would typically cost 40 gold. Typically, when you sell an item, you get half the cost, so 20 gold. But this is Trinite armor, which I am hastily selling here and now. And also, it is like Baldric's armor. So this isn't the sort of thing that if I sell it to Ivan or Ivar or whoever could just like resell it, he'd have to like reshape
Melt
and
it
shit.
down.
So
Yeah.
so may I suggest I only get a quarter of the cost, which would be 10 gold for selling this armor.
Based. Love that.
You
Great.
want to take less money? Yeah, sure.
I just think it makes sense. And of course, this money belongs to the party as far as I'm concerned. So once Magnolia's done that, and of course then thanked the smith who forged ephemera for her again and said her goodbyes to him, finds the party once more and tells them what she did about selling Baldric's armor, and now she's got 10 gold. So if anyone else has stuff they really need to buy before we leave, now's the time, and here's the money to do it.
Do I want to buy the bedroll and stuff now, or do I want to wait until after we make our way north?
It'd probably be a good idea to get a mount for Rune.
Yeah,
It depends
I
on how
have
much luggage Rune has, but I think it would
Rune
be
has-
reasonable that Rune might ride on Dumpling with Magnolia.
True, we can get like a sled for the zombie.
I now have Spirit Steed, so I don't have to worry about a mount.
As long as we have like rope and just something for the zombie to be pulled on.
Yeah, or I mean, also reducing wear and tear on the zombie could be as easy as just like tying it to the side of Dumpling or to the back.
True.
Um,
True, yeah. Yeah, no need for a separate mount. Because
yeah,
Rune,
I mean,
like,
how much luggage does Rune have? Do you have like a crate
nothing.
or anything?
Nope. Rune
Okay,
has
yeah,
what
then-
Rune can carry, like, in his backpack.
Yeah, no, then you should easily be able to ride Dumpling with me.
I don't think there is anything else then.
Yeah, no.
Then for now, I suppose Magnolia will hold on to the 10 gold, and I don't know. We'll see about redistributing it as another time, but it's in a separate coin pouch.
So
I think we're good to go.
I guess I should probably summon my mount once we get out into the woods a little bit.
Yeah, wasn't it just a? I figured it was just like a walk away from.
It's 3 miles,
Oh, 3 miles. Okay, yeah, sure.
so we want to get there with speed. We should probably ride.
Yeah.
I thought we
Otherwise,
were
it'll.
doing it. Thought we had some hours, but
Well, that's fair. I guess it's up to the party whether or not we want to walk or take our mounts.
yeah, I mean, Damien, what was the time that we were supposed to get? Like, how much time do we have to get to the boat?
You have plenty of time. Just, basically just a matter of whether or not you guys want to walk there or if you want to ride there.
Well, I'll certainly be riding because I'm moving Dumpling either way.
I'll
But
be riding.
if it's only 3
because-
miles, then whatever.
I think if everyone else is riding, Cal will also ride. And yeah, I cast Spirit Seed, and I will send a picture. So what happens is Cal says what sounds like a prayer in Atgash. Not that I think any of you guys speak that language.
Mhm.
But as he says the prayer, fallen tree limbs and leaves and dirt and vines all start shaping together until that appears made out of plants.
Hell yeah. Okay.
It is approximately the size of Appa from Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I think that'll carry me.
Fantastic. And yeah, as good practice for later, I think Magnolia and Rune had a little exchange about Rune writing with her on Dumpling.
Yeah.
As a reminder, this is Dumpling, except he's like absolutely ginormous. Yeah, I
think I'm
think
gonna-
Magnolia would feel most comfortable if Rune was like behind her on the saddle.
Yes, that doesn't bother him at all. So
I think I'm gonna name him Sprout.
yeah. Oh.
Sprout, that's fantastic. I love how we have these like, the giant beetle named Dumpling and the
The giant plant bull named Sprout.
And then we've got, these three motherfuckers.
one of whom is named Fatty, if I remember correctly.
It's Fatty, Oboe, and Gilded.
Fantastic.
The triplets.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, no one's gonna pay any attention to us on the road, guys. We
No,
are so
we don't draw attention.
incognito as fuck.
All right, yeah. So we ride out to the boat.
Yeah. Let's take a brief intermission. Sorry.
Okay. I'm not going to be able to be on for too much longer myself. I have work super early tomorrow.
Weekly.
I think,
yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
I think it's
Jamie
like
in
point.
for a lovely session that I caught the tail end of.
Indeed. It was fun. Thank you.
Goodbyes. End of session. Stop recording!